So I'm not feeling good today. Feel very bloated. My sister made me some ginger tea earlier, which I think helped a bit. But yeah, feeling really bloated and sore, have bad cramps. And we're going out to dinner tonight, and I don't feel very hungry, but still gonna eat anyway because my body needs to know that food is coming in regularly, and I don't want to have a sore stomach from being hungry as well as from having cramps. So I'm gonna make some sauteed spinach, baked beans and an English muffin for my lunch. And I'm also not really doing much today, didn't do much yesterday either. I pretty much slept all afternoon, and I find that quite hard because I feel like I need to be doing stuff, but that's not true. Rest is good, and I feel like that's a skill I need to practice, is resting. So just having a really relaxed weekend. So I was just sitting downstairs reading my book and waiting because we're about to go out for dinner. And this is the second time that I've been out for dinner this weekend, and I realised that I'm not even feeling that nervous, which is amazing. Like, I'm actually pretty excited to go out and eat something different. This is a place I haven't been to before. I haven't looked up the menu, so I don't really know what I'm going to be having. It's just so freeing. Like, I know that there'll be something there that I can eat, so I don't feel the need to look up the menu beforehand and check out like which one might be the lowest calorie option, or which one meets the specific requirements for my anorexia, basically. And I also noticed recently that my hair is like, well, I don't have a lot of hair, but it's certainly, there is more of it than it was. Like, I noticed in the first video I did, like, my hair was pretty fine, and it still is fine, but like, I have more hair now. Yay for recovery and my body healing itself with food that I've been giving it. So, okay, I think we're gonna go out now. It's raining so much. So I just had therapy, and yesterday I went out for that multi-course dinner. I actually didn't realise it was going to be like 5 courses. Started off with like a beetroot thing. The place is fancy. Pumpkin curry with roti and laksa and gnocchi and sorbets, and I ate them all. I was really full afterwards, which is actually quite nice because I used to like eat dinner and then not dinner and dessert and not feel full at all and have to eat like a whole heap of snacks, and that does still happen, but last night it didn't. And it was really nice. Anyway, so it was really cool that I could do that and not feel super anxious about it. In the past it definitely would have made me feel really anxious, but weirdly I've done several of those multi-course things now, and so it's actually fine. I know that nothing bad happens, and it's pretty cool seeing what the chefs come up with. So yeah, now I'm gonna go to volunteering and then go to uni. So I just went out and bought a coffee and a muffin for afternoon tea. It's earlier than I would normally have my afternoon snack. It's only 2:30, but I was hungry and I have found myself thinking about having a muffin recently, but just haven't bought it. And I was watching something and just realized, like, what am I doing? I know I want a muffin. I might as well go and buy one. Like, what am I trying to prove here? Like, do I want to live a life where I just think about muffins but never actually eat them? No. So I went and bought a coffee and a muffin, which I guess is especially hard today because my friend is coming over for dinner tonight, and so I guess that's a little bit scary, but I'm also really excited. I think it's going to be fun, and I love that I can do things like that now, like cook proper meals for my friends and enjoy eating them and be present in the moment and not super anxious. Well, fingers crossed it will go that way. But yeah, so now I'm gonna eat the muffin, drink my coffee, and then do some work before my friend comes. This is my favourite one. It's mixed berry and coffee. So this week has been a lot of practicing the life that I want to live again. So like having a friend over for dinner and cooking dinner for her, and a nice dinner. I made enchiladas, which she enjoyed and I enjoyed too. So the enchiladas are cooking, I'm listening to music, and I'm pretty proud of myself. Like during my eating disorder, I don't think this is something I even thought I would want to do, like having someone round for dinner, cooking for them, and then making dessert together. But now that I'm here and I can do it, it's really fun, and I'm really looking forward to seeing my friend and catching up and eating nice food and just joining in and eating proper portions and being present. So yay! Eating a proper portion of that with her, and then we made dessert together. We made these lemon tarts with blueberries, which were really nice. And then Friday, having my boyfriend over, and we cooked dinner together, which was really fun as well. And it was nice because I didn't feel like I had to be like controlling what he was doing as well. And then he served me, which was fine. Like, there's little things like that that remind me why I'm doing this, because in the past that would have freaked me out. Like, I would have been like, no, there's too much rice, I can't eat that. If he was cooking, I might have been like, no, like, we've got to measure the oil, etc., and don't need to bother with that. But someone asked me a really good question that I want to address, which is,
how do you know what life you're aiming to live if you've had an eating disorder for so many years? I was thinking about this because before I committed to recovery, if you asked me if I would want to do these things, like cooking with my boyfriend, having a boyfriend, or cooking for my friend and like having her over and hosting like dinner parties and stuff like that, making dessert and eating it, I would have said no. Like, I would have said no, that's not the life I want, because my eating disorder felt really safe, it felt really comfortable. I liked parts of my eating disorder. I liked the control that I felt. I liked the quick fix dopamine hit when I saw the number go down on the scale. And I remember my therapist asking me, like, do you actually like being on this rigid, restrictive diet and exercising excessively? And I genuinely thought that I did at that time. Eating disorders are really convincing. Like, even though I was weak, my hair was falling out, I was tired all the time, I thought that I was healthy. Eating disorders are so sneaky and conniving. And so eventually, yes, I committed to recovery because I realized that my eating disorder is not a long-term strategy. It's not going to help me, and recovery really is the only option. And with eating more, nourishing my body, nourishing my mind, the anxiety around food and weight gain started to reduce. The space occupied in my mind with thoughts of food lessened a lot. And so at the start of recovery, I did not know what life was going to look like beyond my eating disorder. I didn't even think that it was possible for me to recover. But now that I have been eating a lot consistently, I know that recovery is possible for me, and I know that there is more to life than my eating disorder. I feel like I have more space in my brain now, and so I can think into the future. I can see a future without anorexia, and I notice people around me and things that they do and things that I admire, like the person who comes to the supermarket and picks up a chocolate bar without a second thought, my friend who eats a bowl of ice cream before we go out for pizza, my sister who eats whatever she wants whenever she wants, the activists on Instagram who are dismantling fat phobia and diet culture. Like, these are people that I admire. And so through recovery, I've realized that, hey, I can actually be like one of these people. Like, I can do these things that they're doing. I can try to be as cool as them by eating whatever I want. Those goals that I've set for myself have only come about after like several months, I would say, of eating consistently, getting my weight up. And now I know the life that I want to achieve, and it's just a matter of practicing living that. But earlier on, it was eating a lot and basically just having blind faith that recovery was going to lead to a better life. And I can tell you that it does. Life is so much better now than when I was in the depths of my eating disorder. I might not have the safety net of my eating disorder anymore, but there is, well, I'm not saying I'm recovered, but I can't fall back on restriction or compensation as a quick fix anymore. But there is so much more out there in the world to explore and enjoy. Like, if you commit to recovery and keep going, no one regrets recovery. You know, no one regrets recovering from an eating disorder. So maybe you're at a stage where you can't imagine a life for yourself without your eating disorder, but it is out there for you, and it's just a matter of keeping on going in recovery, eating unrestricted amounts of food, letting your body reach its natural set point, and losing those eating disorder rituals, to quote Tabitha Farrar. So you can recover. Life is better without your eating disorder, and even if you can't see it yet, just try to keep going with that blind faith for a while, because you won't look back. You really won't. Okay, my friend is actually coming over for dinner tonight, which was a spontaneous thing. She messaged me yesterday and asked if we want to catch up, and so I invited her around for dinner because I really enjoyed cooking for my friend the other day. I'm gonna cook a Thai curry with rice and use full-fat coconut milk, which I feel much less anxious about than I used to. And I'll probably serve some of the chocolate walnut slice that I made for dessert. It's really nice to be able to do these things much more spontaneously now and actually enjoy cooking for people, and just feel so much more relaxed and less rigid. It's nice. Anyway, I'm gonna end this here, but thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are doing well and keep on challenging your eating disorder. I'll record again soon. Okay, bye!